And by the way, they shot Severance in New Jersey, so we need to go to that building. It is a public building. We need to go. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
go.
All right. Maybe we need to do that Red Bank visit we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Do 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 do. Just
Yeah.
stand there and just be like, I am here.
People are like, oh God,
I
the poor
am
people here.
Lumen Industries.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Nerdy and Nice. John and Lacey here with you to have a good time talking about some movie TV news. We got K-pop Demon Hunters just still killing it. We'll get to that in just a moment. But also, we're going to hear from you in our segment, The Nerd Word, where we asked you, what is a movie quote you use in everyday life? So if you didn't participate yet, just think about that because we all have a ton that we use and enjoy that segment later in the show. But Lacey, how we doing?
I'm good. Excited to talk some pop culture news outside of Star Wars stuff, which we normally talk about, which definitely check out TRB from last Thursday, that we discussed all the latest stuff and rumblings happening in a galaxy far, far away. But it's exciting to expand outside of that. And like you said, my girls, the K-pop Demon Hunters, are killing it. And I feel so cool for being in on the trend early that,
Yeah.
like, am I a trendsetter? Probably not. But sometimes I feel cool, so I'm just gonna live in this for a little bit.
But being a part of the first wave, it's like when people are like, "Oh, I knew that band when from their first album." It's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I got
I
in week
see."
2. I wasn't in week
Yeah.
1. I got in on week 2.
But
So
yeah,
it came
it's
out I think it came out on like a Tuesday. I was like watching it on a Friday.
it's going to be eventually the number one most watched original Netflix movie of all time. So,
You know what?
sequel a
Anything that
coming.
could Yeah, so they're only 20.4 million views away to surpass Red Notice, which, first of all, if Red Notice is the number one movie on Netflix, maybe it needs to be dethroned.
What was that
And
one? Was that Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan
Or
Reynolds, The
and The
Rock, and
Rock?
Gal Gadot.
Oh, yep.
Oh my god, talk about, like,
Yep.
an algorithm-based movie that they're like, "Who can we get that will drive?"
That cast that has aged poorly since that came
That
out.
has aged very poorly, like, the worst cast of all time. That being said, for K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm so happy for them. Some interesting stuff that's come out over the past few weeks that I was just like, "Wow, really?" Is that Sony spent over $100 million developing this film, and they only got paid 20 mil. Netflix is making all the money from it. So now Netflix is running all these, like, singing theater experiences where they're giving out, like, light sticks and people can sing along, and they started with 300 screenings. They've moved over to over 1,000 screenings that have all sold out.
Mm,
So Sony's not seeing any of that. That's all Netflix.
wild.
So the 2, directors, Maggie and Chris, are currently in negotiations for K-pop Demon Hunters 2, the sequel. So hopefully they get what they deserve because, man, if this becomes the biggest film of all time on Netflix, they deserve every penny they're negotiating. And not only
Yeah.
that, they're the ones that have been holding the torch this whole time for the past decade that they've been pushing for this film to be made. So I'm just really happy for them. And I know Maggie's very, very active on social media, like on Twitter and stuff. So it's fun to see her reaction to all, like, the fan art and how people have been engaging with everything. And then, I don't know if I mentioned it, the woman that is the singing voice of Rumi, um, it's like EJ, it's EJAE is her name, from Korea. She was on, like, a singing competition talent thing, or, like, to be a part of a K-pop group, and they said she was too old to be a part of the K-pop group, even though she had the best voice. They were like, "You're too old." She is now
Wow.
the number 1 singer from Korea and holds, like, the number 1 song on the Billboard charts and in America. I love that redemption, so good for her. But
Very
yeah,
good.
keeps
Yeah.
crushing it.
Very cool. And then not much to this, but Severance just creating stars
Really?
has Trammell Tillman joins the cast of the new Spider-Man, Brand New Day. So wow, that will arrive next July. He was great in Severance, obviously, and will probably continue to be great on that show. But
He was just
very
on
cool to see.
Mission Impossible too. He had like one of the
Yeah,
best moments,
yeah.
seemingly. I
Uh,
also saw that something going viral for Severance, which was they painted the mural from the show in LA and they had the cast go visit the mural, which was cool, which, we've talked about their marketing before. They did the Grand Central Station thing, which now I
yeah.
regret not being able to see that. But then also they released the raw audition of Brit's heli audition of like what she
Ah,
recorded to be on the show. And it is moment for moment what she did in the show, except she's laying on her bathroom floor. So she has someone off camera, like reading Mark's lines, and she's just like,
mm-hmm.
"What? Who is?" And she's on her bathroom floor, and it's just so funny to see because you're like, "Wow, this is Helly." Like she owned this audition.
That's really cool.
So it's cool to see those things like where they started and where they are now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait to see season 3 whenever that eventually gets made.
Oh,
I did see
hopefully
a
soon.
bit of news that Ben Stiller's not directing anything
He's not.
this.
He's
Yeah,
doing a World War II movie right now or something like that. He's doing some type of war movie where
Tropic
he
Thunder 2.
no, no, and I knew that's
Oh,
where the joke was going. No, he's not. It's like a serious film
oh,
where he's like covering something like a soldier with a disability or soldier with some type of like really traumatic experience. Like that's what he's working on instead of
Ben Stiller's
doing
going for that
Severance.
Oscar. He's going
He re-
for it.
he really is. And by the way, they shot Severance in New Jersey, so we need to go to that building. It is a public building. We need to go. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
go.
All right. Maybe we need to do that Red Bank visit we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Do 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 do. Just
Yeah.
stand there and just be like, I am here.
People are like, oh God,
I
the poor
am
people here.
Lumen Industries.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
All
get it all
right.
the time. As soon as they announce that that was a public place, I'm sure that place gets swarmed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody doing the same thing. Just like in the show. But
Mhm.
all
Yep.
right, let's get into talking about some of the latest trailers.
Oh God, I love that movie.
All right, we
Mhm.
have 3 trailers this week. Let's kick it off with the trailer for Lego Batman:
I was gonna say,
Legacy
for the first time
of
we
the Dark Knight.
first time we have a video game and a movie and a series. This is the
The
first time we have
trifecta.
three different types of trailers. That's kind of
Yeah,
exciting. First for us.
it is kind of exciting. So if you are a listener of the Resistance broadcast, a lot of Lego Star Wars talk last week, but now it's time for Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight game. It will feature elements from all the Batman movies, and it actually has some Star Wars voice stars, including Stephen Blum, who's known as Zeb in Rebels, wearing the cape this time, voicing Batman, the Joker, and others, and then James Arnold Taylor, who is known for voicing Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars and other video games and animated Star Wars elements, is going to be Robin and Nightwing. So very cool there. That comes out next year, following maybe in the footsteps of that Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game that I have right here, actually. But Lacey, you watched this trailer. I know you love the humor that Lego does with their stylings, but what'd you think of the trailer for the new big Lego Batman game?
Yeah, it's funny. Off air, I said to John, we were just getting everything queued up. And I was like, man, you're really on Lego lately. Like, are you getting paid and you're not telling me? Like, what's going on? But it just happened to be a big Lego week. The game looks good. And from what I know from playing the Star Wars ones, they are super, super fun. I did like how they wove together different references and jokes from all the different Batman movies. Because, there's so many people that play Batman. There's so many people that have played this character, that character, like Joker. But one instance that really stuck out to me was in the trailer. They have the moment from The Batman with Robert Pattinson where you have the Penguin in the car who's looking in the rearview mirror, one of the best shots of the film, and he thinks he blew up Batman. He's laughing, and then Batman comes flying through the flames. They have Tim Burton's Penguin driving the car, not the Colin Farrell one, and it's a different Batman car that comes through the flames. So like that kind of moment where you get it if you're a Batman fan, but they're using different kind of, I don't know, characters within the Batman canon and lore, so to
Yes.
speak. Um, it is funny that if you think about it, Steve Blum is arguing with himself as Batman and Joker against each other,
Yeah.
like he's talking to himself. Way to get that check, Steve. You're getting paid for multiple characters here. That's the way to go. James Arnold Taylor's always great. And it's not surprising he's a part of this as well. Happy to see these guys keep working. I love when things get crossovers from other stuff that I like Star Wars. But overall, it just seems like a really fun game. And I said to John when I was watching the trailer really quick before the show that I was like, oh man, you have to play this with Johnny. It looks super, super fun.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those games that, like all the Lego games, but this one in particular, that you could really explore Gotham City and kind of make it your own story while also playing within whatever story mode they have.
Yeah. And they're going to feature all the Batmobiles. I bet even they may even have an Easter egg of the Adam West one or something hidden somewhere in the game. But
Mm.
the 1989 Michael Keaton Batmobiles in the game, I like made sure of it when I Googled it because it wasn't in the trailer. I was like, what a mistake. They didn't put that Batmobile in the trailer.
Which is
But
the Batmobile, yeah.
oh, for me it is. Man,
Yeah, yeah.
what a car. If you ever see me in that car, you know that I won the lottery because
Oh, you're saying
um,
memes now? You won't know, but there'll be signs.
I didn't say that.
I know, but that's what you were referencing.
Was I?
Come on.
I don't know. I don't social
Everybody
media like you.
Oh,
So,
stop. Everybody talks about that online. It's like the big joke of like, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell you or you wouldn't know, but there would be signs. And it's like someone has a room full of lightsabers, and it's basically because like now I have all this money to spend.
all right. That's what you think. But
Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, go ahead.
I'm definitely gonna get this game because my son just got into the Star Wars Skywalker saga one, and he also loves Batman, and the fact that this is like they don't care about varying canons and stuff in this game or anything like that. You're gonna get all the different cool scenes from Batman movies, and they even have it's a deep cut line from the first Michael Keaton Batman movie, and they used it in this where he goes, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." There's just so many cool aspects to this, and it does feel like it's going to be this really deep, enriched like adventure with a story mode, but also stuff you could break away from and do free mode, which is very cool. So I'm all in on this. This looks great. I think Lego's crushing it right now with their IP stuff. So looking forward to more. I thought this was a perfect trailer to get people to see what it's all about. Great
Mhm.
trailer. That comes out
Yeah.
next year. Next up we have Black Rabbit. It's a limited Netflix series that is debuting on September 18th. So you have Jason Bateman playing a total loser, and his brother Jude Law is like the successful guy who's going to get roped in all of his baggage. So what'd you make of this trailer, Lacey? Are you a fan? I know you're a fan of Jude Law. Are you a Bateman fan as well?
I am, but I feel like whereas when I see Jude Law in a project, he's never the same. I know he's Jude Law, but he's so good at like becoming the character that I never question Jude Law being in anything. Jason Bateman to me plays Jason Bateman and everything. Is that possible? Do you know what I mean? It's
Mm,
kind of like Ryan Reynolds, but not as like harsh, I guess is not the right word, but like as intense as like, hey, that's Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool again. I don't know. Jason Bateman was like the villain bad guy in that airport film from last year that killed it on Netflix. What was it called? The
Carry
one
On.
with Carry On, which I loved that movie. And
That was great.
I thought Jason Bateman was good in that one, but I still feel like he played Jason Bateman. Like he
Mm.
has this kind of tone to him. And even in Zootopia, he's a fox. It's like, but that's Jason Bateman. And then he's like,
he knows what his bread and butter is. Yeah.
right. It's no different from Jason Segel. It's no like nothing. This isn't an insult. It's just when I see that name, I go, "Oh, it's Jason Bateman. He's playing Jason Bateman." And then I watch the trailer and I'm like, "Yep, okay, he's still the same guy. It's still good, but it's still him." And then you hear Jude Law talk, and he's speaking in an American accent that sounds nothing like
Yeah, that
him
threw me for a loop.
because your girl's a fan of Skeleton Crew, number one. Number two, I am one of the biggest fans of The Holiday, and he is also the star in that. And so when I see his face, I expect a wonderful, charming, kind of dark at times British accent. And I don't hear it. And it bothers me. I'm like so thrown. He's doing like a New York accent. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. And somehow he's not the charming Jude Law I know, which means that
Mhm.
he's doing an amazing job because I don't think that's what he's going for here. But even when he was playing like somewhat the villain in Skeleton Crew, spoiler alert, he was still charming. There was something about him that you're like, "Oh, I kind of forgive it a little bit."
Mhm.
This one, I like the New York accent is just throwing me so hard. And I think he's a little higher because from what people say, and I don't know if this is true, I'm speaking from like what I've read slash heard slash done myself sometimes, is that Americans talk more up in their nose, less than like British people who don't. Like British people talk at a lower, I guess, register or something like that. That's what I read. Whereas that's why like we're more nasally up here, like in our nose. So that's why to me he sounds higher than he normally does. But that's just me. I might be
Mhm.
wrong. Someone's gonna write in the comments,
Yeah.
"Lacey, you're a moron." And I'm gonna say, "Yeah, probably."
No, you're gonna say, yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
No, like I read that once. It was like someone was talking, I don't know. People talk about accents and like how to do them properly.
Yeah.
Um, and with Americans, it's always like up in the
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that one thing that annoys me as an American is that all these actors think that it's easy to do an American accent. And it's not because we have
He's
so
doing
many
a pretty
different
good one.
I know, but we have so many different accents ourselves, and even New York has multiple different accents. So,
You're
um,
right. So what would you say for New York? You have like what?
well,
You have
there's there's Brooklyn, there's Long Island. Um,
would you
like
count
Brooklyn
Queens as
definitely has
Long
its own
Island?
style. No, but then there's the standard sort of city accent, and then there's people upstate that don't really have one. So New York has like all different kinds.
I
But
guess you're right. Matt's parents are from Queens, and they definitely have like his mom sounds like Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
yeah, it's New York accents are wild. I used to have them like home videos of me when I was a little kid. It was like this
On
little Long
TRB, you
Island.
were using an accent. Once you got a little feisty about Oscar Isaac, all these like accents started coming out.
Oh, what I say?
I don't remember off the top of my head, which is funny because spoiler alert, we recorded right before this for TRB.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, but it was some word that I was like, I even said it. I was like, really? What?
Uh,
Or you say
well,
for. You always say for
oh, that's the yeah. It's because my dad. Me and my brother do that to joke. How my
every
dad
time.
says four.
PS4.
Yeah,
Like,
that's yeah.
what do you what?
That's where that started actually. So funny story. Whatever. It's funny as I'll tell it. My brother and my sister-in-law, like we all chipped in, I think, to get my dad a PlayStation 4 because he wanted to play like some new games. He also wanted to use it for a DVD player, all this stuff. So
Is that what he says? Is that what the
so well, yeah, he still has his accent, yeah. So um we mistakenly, I won't say who did this, handed him the game first. So he opens the game and he just goes, he looks at my mom and he goes, Janice, we don't have a PS4. And then, so it's like, here's this bigger box and it's the PlayStation 4, so me and my brother, anytime we like see a like a hard 4, like we're always just like yeah, give me a number 4.
Yeah. Shout out
So
to
that's it.
Janice for buying some merch from our merch store last week.
My mom did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. All right.
I forgot to ask you if that was her first name. It just said Janice Hoey. I was like, I'm assuming this is his mom.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jan.
If you want to go see our merch, trbpodcast.com. Check it out.
Yes. Please
Be
do.
cool like Janice.
Follow
Hashtag be like
Janice's
Janice.
lead. Yeah. She's always been supportive. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, so cute.
But yeah, back to Black Rabbit. I'm gonna watch this. I love a cat and mouse type of thing. This has like shades of that movie Rounders. I don't know if you remember that movie with Matt Damon and
Is it Ben Affleck?
no, it's
Because
freaking.
it's usually Ben Affleck.
I can't believe I'm having the biggest brain fart in the world. People are screaming at the podcast right now.
I
Edward
don't
Norton.
know.
Edward Norton. About one guy, they're both card players, and one guy like is really like a troublemaker and drags his buddy down. And this one, it's almost like a sibling in a way, so it's more familial. But this seems really interesting. I like both actors, so I'm in. September 18th, Netflix. I'm always looking for something new to watch, so we'll probably talk about that and what you're watching pretty soon, if you're gonna watch it, you know. But
yeah, I'll definitely check out a couple episodes, see if I like it.
I will as well also check it out, but it's a limited series, so you don't have to be in it for the long haul. Also, next week we're going to talk Hunting Wives. We are going to.
Oh
talk
yes, I
Hunting
will get
Wives.
caught up. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because that show is freaking wild, man. All right. Last trailer, we have Anniversary, which looks like it can be wild in its own right. That's a movie hitting theaters October 29th with the classic, lovely Diane Lane and the equally as handsome and classic Kyle Chandler as the heads of a family that is close-knit but about to get torn apart due to a cult-like movement spreading across the country. Lacey, I won't get into what that is from a metaphoric standpoint. Did you watch the trailer, and what did you think of this movie?
I did watch this trailer. I sent you this trailer. So
Yeah.
I was intrigued because it reminded me, first of all, the main character is played by Phoebe Dynevor. Anyway,
Yeah.
she's from Bridgerton, season 1. She was like the main character in Bridgerton. She came back for season 2, didn't come back for season 3. They didn't want her back, didn't want to pay her, whatever. She then followed it up with that movie with Alden Ehrenreich. I think it's called Fair Play, where they played like colleagues / lovers. They were in the same office. One of them got promoted, one of them didn't, blah, blah, blah. Which reminded me that I need to see that, which I believe it's also on Netflix. We were talking about Netflix earlier. I believe so.
Oh, yeah, it is. I got to watch that.
I need to watch it. So we'll talk about it next week because we have to watch it. But
how did I not watch? How did I miss an Alden Ehrenreich picture?
I don't know, but we talked about it on the show as a trailer, and we were both like, we have to watch this when it came out. And I totally forgot. I think it just didn't get advertised to me through my algorithm. So then when she came up on the screen again, Phoebe, I looked at her, I was like, something just came out with her and Alden Ehrenreich. Like, what happened to that? And I was like, oh my God, it's out. So she has been killing it in like all these very interesting genre specific type of films that are very different. Like she just did like kind of an erotic thriller seemingly with Alden Ehrenreich, and then this is more like a creepy horror-esque thriller, political mind game type thing.
Yeah, sort of like Get Out, like
yes, like creepy family.
Yeah.
I love it. I would totally see this. I don't know if, again, I hate to be that lame person to say I don't know if I'm going to make it to the theaters. It's really hard, guys. I'm really sorry. But I'm going to try to see it when it comes out in streaming.
Yeah. I don't think they're expecting like them to break records on this. They're probably looking like, let's see how much we can get in theaters first. And
well, if it goes in theaters, then they can do for awards and stuff if they ever want to do that. But this looks great. And I believe Kyle Chandler, not only is he Friday Night Lights, everybody knows that, but I believe, isn't he playing Green Lantern in the upcoming something with James Gunn?
I think he's playing Hal Jordan, like one of them. Yeah.
One of them. Yeah. So he's booked and busy. And of course, Diane Lane's always good in everything. So I like that she's playing the matriarch in this, like the woman that's like, wait a second, like the kind of voice of reason.
Yeah.
But this looks really, really good. It looks
Yeah.
really, really interesting. So I'm in.
Did you see I mean the subsequent seasons weren't very good, but did you watch Bloodline with Kyle Chandler and Ben Mendelsohn?
No, was it good?
The first season is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I would stop after the first season and just pretend the show ended. Ben Mendelsohn, unreal in that show.
I love we love Ben
Yeah.
Mendelsohn here.
On Netflix, you will love that show. But just maybe don't. I mean, continue if you want, but the first season is incredible.
Yeah, it sounds great. This movie looks really good, and I like how it's shot. It's very kind of up in your face, sh short depth of field, like, very
To
making you feel
stress you out.
uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm interested to see.
I
At first, I thought it was like a romance thing,
yeah.
like, "Oh, or did she have an affair with the woman?" Because that's how it kinda comes across, but then I was like, "Oh, no, she's just a crazy student of this person that they probably failed her out or something."
Yeah, and she's looking to get revenge or something like that. And it in my opinion, it seems like a clear social commentary as well.
Mhm.
In what ideologies can do to people. So,
Yeah, and McKenna
very
Grace
interesting.
is in it too, and she's in everything lately. They just did that, a trailer with her for the new Colleen Hoover movie, who
Yeah,
Colleen
oh
Hoover's the
yeah.
author of that Blake Lively movie that came out. She's also the author of this next one.
Yep.
She plays, like, the main young love interest in that, and then she's also playing a character in the new Hunger Games film that's currently filming now.
The
McKenna
prequel
Grace
one.
Yeah, McKenna Grace is, like, making
She's doing
moves.
good.
She's in
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
But yeah, that is it for our trailers. Let us know in the comments. Check out the trailers. You got Lego Batman, the new video game coming out next year, Black Rabbit, the series coming out on Netflix, and Anniversary, the movie hitting theaters October 29th. Check out those trailers. What do you think about our takes on them? Let us know your takes, and let's talk about it. But now it is time to talk about what's happening. Gilleran.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
Biggest stories this week in pop culture, which I think this first one, I think shocked a lot of people. It shocked me, which was the Duffer Brothers are heading to Paramount. They signed a massive 4-year deal with Paramount to make movies and TV shows exclusively, and they're obviously gonna be able to release movies in theaters. Was the deal breaker with them working with Netflix, um, which I feel like Netflix is like, "How dare you? We kinda made you," so to speak. And then right after Stranger Things, they're punching out and going somewhere else. So, what are your thoughts, John? Are you surprised by this choice with them? I have to say it is interesting. It feels like all this Paramount stuff's coming out lately. I know Paramount's got the new Top Gun they said is a top priority. I think they were working on, was it Transformers or something? I saw a bunch of headlines come through that were like Paramount's priorities are this, 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 and this.
Yeah. And isn't Trey Parker and Matt Stone's giant deal with Paramount also?
Yes, South Park is with Paramount. Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, Paramount's got money, man.
They do.
Yeah, so in reading the article, like initially I was like, oh, so that means there is not going to be a Stranger Things like universe anymore. But they claim they're still going to be working with Netflix on like spin-offs for Stranger Things. I don't
Mm.
I don't know if it's as just producers or if they're still going to be involved in like developing the stories or not. So it seems like a smart move for both parties, actually, because Netflix knows that Stranger Things is ending.
Mhm.
They're almost too big to fail right now in a scary way, where they don't need to like f around with the theatrical stuff. They're like, we're not doing it. We're just not gonna do it. We're just
Right.
Netflix being Netflix, and too bad. And then the
Mm.
Duffer Brothers like strike while the iron's hot. You know, what if season 5 of Stranger Things doesn't land the plane, you know? Like get the deal locked in now while people are still like Stranger Things is amazing and they
Yeah.
inked it and now they get to make movies and expand on their ideas and new things they wanted to do. So I think it's great. And then also the fact that I believe, like, this was kind of a confusing read for me, but 2 of the executives with Paramount were with Netflix, like they were the vice presidents of Paramount at Netflix, and like signed them. So it was like this return to those people in a way. So it all seems like a no-brainer to me. Their stars is white hot. They need to strike a deal while they're at their peak.
Right.
So that'll make sense. I was actually surprised it was only a 4-year deal though. So that's even better for them because it's probably a boatload of money, and they are only committed for the 4 years. So if they want to go back to Netflix full time or whatever, they have the flexibility. But I'm very curious to see what's next for these guys now and what type of movies they can do, because a lot of the Stranger Things episodes were almost like movies. So I think this is very interesting. The only thing is, I feel like Paramount Plus is one of the only streaming services I don't have. So
It
I have
is, yeah.
I have some decisions to make, and I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, Paramount has been kind of dominating the news this week, which is weird for us to say because I feel like on a regular basis we're always talking about Netflix. It's just been like
Yeah.
killing it this year. But Paramount had a big kind of merger with Skydance and said that their top priorities are Top Gun, Star Trek, and Transformers.
Oh, Star Trek. Yeah.
Those are the IPs they're running with, and they're trying to do, they're focusing on, they said, theatrical releases, and they're looking to do 20 movies a year. Not of each thing, obviously, but like collectively, Paramount's trying to put out 20 movies a year, which right now, the rest of 2025, they have The Running Man with Glenn Powell coming out, and the movie we were just talking about, actually, Regretting You, the Colleen Hoover movie with McKenna Grace, who has, and they say it in this article, which is a great point, is basically becoming the based on a novel by Nicholas Sparks of now, which for years it was like from Nicholas Sparks. They're also working on another SpongeBob movie, and I guess they're doing the movie Roof Man, which is based on a true story. But it seems like Paramount is not messing around. They're going, look, we got Top Gun, we got Star Trek, we got Transformers. These are big franchises. Let's do it. And I think that first up is the Top Gun movie. They're really pushing for that to get done, like ASAP. Which doesn't surprise me in the sense of how popular it was, how much money it made, how critically acclaimed it was. It was up for Best Picture. Tom Cruise is always a moneymaker, seemingly. And also, it's got Glenn Powell in it, who's in there Running Man. So it's another tie in there.
Yeah.
And also, it's just, it would make sense based on all the things we're hearing from the team, like Joseph Kalinske or Kaczynski. I keep messing up his name. Him and Chris McQuarrie talking about how like they're full steam ahead working on it. They have the idea. They've been working with the Army to talk through it, etc. That to me says that Paramount's like, look, we got to go. Let's do this. What are we doing? But people's schedules have to clear up. So they're basically waiting on, I'm sure Glenn Powell is one of the names they're waiting on, because right now he's actually shooting this Ghost Rider movie, which is J.J. Abrams' movie, which is taking place in Rhode Island. I don't know if that's the place that it takes place in the actual movie, but that's where they're shooting it. And it's been very interesting to see set photos out of Rhode Island, because that's not far from us, of a 1980s Glenn Powell coming out of a comic book store and like riding his bike around town looking like he got beat up. I was like, oh, this guy's making moves here. And you see J.J. Abrams with his little vest, his little like construction vest and his hat, like ready saying cut and action and stuff. So it's nice to see J.J. Abrams on a set again as well. Oh. But anyway, there he is. Getting back to the Duffer Brothers, I'm not surprised they went with Paramount. Paramount seems like they're making some big moves. I feel like they're really just being like full steam ahead with these things, and they're trying to lock in top talent like the Duffer Brothers. And they know that it's smart to lock them in now because it's not during the lull of Stranger Things. It's coming up on the end. So once we get to the end of Stranger Things, people are gonna want more, and they're gonna say, "We got them. They're here."
Yeah,
So
but Stranger Things is staying with Netflix though.
no, I'm saying the people behind it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
People are gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's next for them?" And then they're gonna immediately talk even in their press release their press rounds, they're gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
it's like when the Game of Thrones guys, Star Wars got them, but that was huge.
Yeah, and then it wasn't.
Then it
And then they
wasn't.
didn't do anything at all, and then they
Yeah.
never did anything. All right, next up is Jason Momoa and David Leitch package, The Pirates, lands at Amazon MGM Studios. I'm gonna admit, I don't think I'm the biggest Jason Momoa fan.
Oh man, really?
I'm really not.
Mm.
So this is a project called The Pirate. I'm assuming you're excited about this, John, because he put this in here. So I'm gonna let you take it away. To me, it seems on par with what Amazon MGM Studios has been doing, which is kind of like bigger action films, is seemingly their, I think we said it earlier, bread and butter about something else, but like it is their bread and butter. Like they do the Jack Reacher stuff. They do, they have James Bond now. It doesn't surprise me that they're bringing on someone like Jason Momoa. They have Chris Pratt over there. They seem to be taking all the big beefy guys and being like, "Here, come over here. We'll spend money, make some explosions. Like, bring all the
Yeah,
dudes."
yeah. They're bringing in all the dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, look at the movies David Leitch has done. So John Wick, he's uncredited, but he co-directed it with Stahelski.
Mhm.
Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, Bullet Train, The Fall Guy. Like he knows how to do these like big modern action movies. Like John Wick. Holy cow. That thing blew up. So you take that, you add Jason Momoa who can do those types of things, and you put it in a setting of pirates. That just sounds like a really fun movie.
Mhm.
So just from
He's like
that
a
alone.
beefier Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, exactly. And it's probably going to be, and they said it's going to be like The Raid, but with pirates. And the movie The Raid is wild. Just like, it's kind of like John Wick before John Wick. So you're going to see a lot of quick, fast, but like really precise action sequences. And with pirate blades and cannons and stuff. So
Mm.
for the people, I think, looking for the more dark side of what pirates do, but also love the action sequences from like Pirates of the Caribbean, I think this is right there. So I'm actually very interested to see this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
all I got on
awesome.
that.
You know what? I think Jason Momoa for me is like he's fine, but
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't go out. I don't know. I don't go out and watch his movies. I think what is he known for? He's known for like Aquaman. What else?
He was in Game of Thrones. He was
Yeah.
in he played one of the villains in the Fast and the Furious movies.
Right. I do remember him being at a couple shows I was at, Comic Cons, and dude likes some beer. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah.
He likes some drinks.
He emceed Ozzy's last show, and he notoriously gets into the mosh pits with people and dances with
Oh
people,
my god,
and
he's huge.
yeah,
Good for him.
yeah,
The last story this week is horrific and shocking, but also interesting to me based on the name that's in it, which is this week, Forbes did an article called "Everything's Coming Up Roblox," as Chris Hansen and Schlepp dig into its predator problem. I'm gonna be honest. I know of Roblox. I was unaware of the issues within Roblox. But I know you had said, John, earlier that you're trying to get your son into some video games outside of Roblox because of
yeah.
what's known of it. I'm not at that point of parenting yet. Luckily, I'm not at the online community phase yet. But I do know Chris Hansen, big fan of his. For those of you that don't know him, which would be surprising to me, he used to do a Dateline segment where he would work with local law enforcement and basically trick predators into meeting up with minors and then would catch them in the act and get them arrested.
So
And
it's addicting
while
to watch
it
those
sounds
videos.
terrible, and it is, at the same time, there's a little bit of like, yeah,
Yeah.
moments when they catch the bad guy. Like, you're like, no, that guy sucks. And it's wild when there have been instances where they catch the same people multiple times. Like Chris Hansen is sitting there again. And he
Oh,
always would
really? That's happened?
oh, yes, where it's the
Hmm.
same guy. That's one of the most famous moments of the show. He caught a guy, and then the next time he was doing it, he caught the same guy, and the guy comes in and he goes, "Not again." And he goes, "Why don't you take a seat?"
Didn't he catch a guy he knew once?
I think so. There's a bunch
That
of
had,
moments. Like, go
yeah.
online on YouTube, people put, like,
Oh,
best
I
moments
I
of
used to
Hanson.
I used to watch those. It's amazing because it's so the reason why it's so good is because you know the guy's getting caught and you watch him like think he's like, oh,
But they
this is
bring in the
great, this is
actor too
great.
that looks young and like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let me just go
It,
get this," or something.
those were well done
And the
and
way they did
obviously
it
did good, serve good purposes, but
right, and the way they did it though, where the girl or guy would leave and then he'd come around the corner, he'd be
oh
like,
my
"Why don't
god,
you take a seat?" And then
so
he'd read
good.
their chats. He'd be like, "Did you say beep a deep beep 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 deep?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And he's like,
Yeah, well, it was always, what are you doing today? And he's got like a 6 pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade and a Happy Meal, and he's like, I'm just coming to hang out.
so messed up.
How old is Stacy? 18. She said she was 18. They all say that. They all
Yeah.
say 18, and then he's
Nope.
like, "Good thing I have the transcripts here." They're like, "That's when
Oh
they
my
shit
god,
their
when they bring
pants."
up, like, the pack of paper and he, like, slams it down. Anyway, Chris Hansen doing awesome work. He left there, he then started doing his own show, which he actually filmed here in Connecticut, for a while, with, I believe, the Fairfield, Connecticut Police Department, which the head guy ended up being, like, the security guy at my school, my college, which is kinda interesting
Mm.
connection there. But, yeah, he's back again, and he's taking on Roblox about their child predator issues in the online space. We all know that the internet can be a wonderful thing, but also a terrible, terrible place, especially for children.
Ugh.
And Roblox has been a game that's meant for children to have fun and go on and have fun with other kids. But at the same time, there's always people that take advantage of that situation. And it's hard sometimes, I think, for these games to properly regulate that because people do anything they can to do bad stuff. So, that being said, there was a person within the community named Schlepp who was a longtime community member who made his whole self famous because he would lure people into these situations and then get them caught and kicked from the community. So he was making
Yeah,
it safer for other kids. Well, Roblox went out and banned him from the game, which
not a
is
good look.
which is a choice to make, if you ask me. And Schlepp said, and I know people are like, "Who's Schlepp?" I don't know. That's his gamer name, so that's what I'm saying. Anyway, he said that the reason he was doing it is that he was groomed when he was younger, and he didn't want it to happen to anybody else. And so now he's teaming up with Chris Hansen, and they're gonna release a series or story about what's going on Roblox. And it just happens to also happen within the same week that the Attorney General of Louisiana announced that she was suing the game for failing to protect children. Roblox issued a lengthy rebuttal to the claims detailing various attempts that they've made to keep them safe, but clearly they're not doing a good job. So their stock is down 9% this week. I wonder why. And they claim they're making all these steps to fix things, but with someone with such a big name like Chris Hansen, who's known for dealing with these scenarios, it's not looking good. So, John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Roblox, is it publicly traded?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, my thoughts, it's it's crazy because I have 2 kids, and my son is going into 2nd grade,
Mhm.
and all these kids play freaking Roblox, and it's like, it's sort of like one of those things where he would say like, "Oh, you know, they won't play with me if I don't have Roblox," and we're like, "Well, then those aren't your real friends or whatever." But it's like the new version of whatever we had, when we were kids, that kids did to fit in. And now
Mhm.
it's online, and people and kids do it from like tablets and stuff like that. And yeah, most of the games are relatively innocent, but there's also some that aren't so much. And you know, there you think you have him blocked, and all of a sudden, like they get segued into another chat somewhere or grouping, and it's just I hate it. So I've been like just trying to introduce him to other things that
I feel
don't
so
put him in that
uncool that I
environment.
have no idea what this is.
Yeah. So
I have
it
no
it is
idea.
stressful as a parent dealing with that, because he doesn't understand fully that we're just trying to protect him.
Yeah.
There's part of him who's like, "Well, my friends have it and they all talk, and when they play, and I don't, I don't get to do that." And
Mm.
he'll learn one day, but I just don't. If there's any chance that my son could be in any danger, then I'm cauterizing that as much as I possibly can. So
100%. You're doing the right thing.
yeah, so like seeing that it's so much so that Chris Hansen's even like, I got to do a story on this,
He's
and
stepping in and talking like this again.
yeah, exactly. He's like,
He has
what
a
are you,
very newsy voice, which I love, but it's
what are you
become
planning on
like,
doing with that Happy Meal tonight?
yeah. You guys must have heard that I'm stepping in on the issues on Roblox. Can I just tell you, in college, they like try to teach you how to talk like that, and it's pretty hilarious.
It's the worst though. But when
And the
Chris,
puppy was saved at the pool. Back to you, Bob.
it's 2 a.m. Why do you have a box of Oreos with you? Like, I just came to chat. I came to hang out. I came to tell her to look out for this stuff, Chris. But anyway,
One of the
Chris
most
is
ridiculous moments, I'm telling you guys, if you've never seen it, go find the clip of the guy he catches multiple times.
that's bananas.
He goes, "You would be surprised who walked through that door."
So, yeah, I think this is good. I'm glad we're talking about it.
Me too.
And the fact that Roblox is clearly more worried about their bottom line than anything.
Have you ever seen
It
the
should
videos
be
that
enough
people
for
talk about what it's like working at Roblox?
no. I'm
They
sure
get,
it's
like,
crap.
free meals. No, free meals. It's like Google, free meals, gym,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
buffet. Like, some girl was like, "This is what," like, one of those TikTok-y videos where she goes,
Mm.
"This is what I ate at Roblox in one day," and she, like, shows all the stuff and I'm like, "Doesn't this company, like, do sketchy stuff?" And she's, like, sitting there being like, "I had a yogurt parfait and a salad and some sushi." I'm like, "Oh my god.
It's not that
At
they
what cost?"
do it's not that they do necessarily sketchy stuff, but it's like it's an environment that it's very difficult to be completely fail safe, and it's targeted for little kids to be playing on. So of course these creeps are going to be like, where should I go? Should I go into an 18 and up chat room and hope I find a young child? Nope. I think I'm going to get this app with a billion games on it that is all little kids. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's so crazy to me. So I wanted to, it's not one of the like the fun and like really movie heavy based stories, but for whatever audience we have for Nerdy and Nice, I know we're trying to grow and stuff, but if you have kids especially, and there's always going to be that pressure for the kids to fit in and stuff, like be careful with this Roblox stuff, man. It's just, I don't know. It's scary to think that my son could be playing and I think he's in a private chat room and all of a sudden he hits a button and he unlocks something and it goes here and goes there, and it's like, trust me, you could think you have all the controls on that stuff and there could be an app update and all of a sudden it's not, and just
Kids learn
be
stuff fast
careful.
too. They really do. Like,
And it's not that the kids are looking, my son's not looking to
no,
be
no, no,
talking to
no. They
people
just
at
press
all.
buttons quick. That's
Exactly.
the thing.
Yeah.
I have a tablet that I let Daisy use this one Montessori game on, like, if we're stuck
Mhm.
in the car somewhere or I need, like, 10 minutes to do something, I, like, give her the tablet being like, "Here, play Pock Pock." And it's just, like, one of those exploratory games where you just, like, pop bubbles and, like,
Yeah.
draw and stuff. But, like, even then, sometimes she'll pull up a random app on my and I'm like, "How'd you even get this?" Like, even if it's like I lock the screen, somehow I'll come back a minute later and she's like, "I don't know what I did," and she's in, like, internet or, like, email or something, and I'm like, how'd you even do this?" So it's,
Yeah.
like, not
'Cause
even that they're doing it purposefully, it's just they don't know.
a lot of these games will have ads in them for other games.
Oh, so you
And
click on it? Yeah.
instead of clicking the X or the X isn't there yet, they click because they're like, I want to move to the next screen. And what are kids going
Yeah,
to do?
yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it takes you to the app page and it says, click here. You're like, then they go
Well,
bing
that
and then,
yeah, that
you
was
know,
one of the things that happened with YouTube a couple years ago. They got into a lot of trouble because they weren't regulating what children could see. That's why a lot of times now, if you upload to YouTube or if you're on there regularly, it will say, "Is this safe for kids? Is this not safe for kids?" You have
yeah,
to go through a whole function, and you can get in a lot of trouble if you put your videos up and say it's safe for kids and it's not.
yeah,
But
that's good.
they were having
Mhm.
issues where people were building these playlists and it would be kid-friendly stuff, it'd be Coco Melon and Miss Rachel and whatever, and then there would be terrible videos mixed in there,
Yeah,
that kids would just be
exactly.
auto playing and parents didn't know, so that's their way to combat that, but even then, it's like, it's it's hard sometimes, but you really gotta be on top of what they're doing because
Look,
sometimes what the cool kids are doing is not necessarily the right thing.
yeah, if Roblox goes under, no skin off my ass. Like, I'm sorry for Betty and her salads and all that stuff, and the other 2,000 people who work there who really don't give a shit. But in my opinion,
Oh my god. You're just
in
letting them
my
drop tonight, huh?
well, for this, I mean, this stuff is crazy and it's personal, and you want to
Sure.
protect your kids, and the world and these companies are making it harder. And
Yeah.
I just think we need to keep an eye on each other and make sure we're informing fellow parents and that kind of thing
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
this stuff. Because, one parent could be like, Roblox, every kid has Roblox. Here's your Roblox. And then they don't even know. So
Yeah.
just be careful
Yeah.
out there and take care of your kids. I'm sure you all are. I'm just saying, I'm saying, passing that along.
Mhm.
But
It's
yeah,
hard to know
anything else?
sometimes what kids in school are saying and talking about and doing, and
Oh,
you
it's
just want your
crazy.
kid to be happy and do what makes them happy, and sometimes you don't realize, like, what is the Roblox? Like,
Michael Bay's like, Skibbity Toilet the movie coming to theaters in 2028.
so dumb. Anyway, let's get to our next segment.
Well, I have a microphone and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
It is time to hear from you in the Nerd Word. Yes, this is our interactive segment with you. We pitch something to you, ask you a question. Everyone loves to share their favorites, their opinions. They want to express themselves, and that's where we enter here with this segment, the Nerd Word. So we started off this week by pitching, what is a movie quote you use in everyday life? And we'll go through a few of the responses here. But thank you to everybody who has been sending in responses to these. We appreciate it very much. It's a good time, and we give you a shout out on the show, just like this person here. So, Lacey, well, let me start with you. Do you have any top of mind? I do all the time, but I never think of them when I'm asked.
I
You know what I mean?
definitely do this, and the funny thing is when I do it, in the back of my mind, I go, "File this for later when this
Mhm.
question comes up," because we've talked about this before, I think on TRB or something, where we were like, "Do we ever say anything off, like, Star
Yeah.
Wars or whatever?" I definitely say Bueller, Bueller,
Oh, that's a good
Bueller.
one. Yeah.
I've been saying that forever, and I
Yeah.
noticed it's caught on lately. I've also said woof forever, like woof from Home Alone. Buzz your
Yes.
girlfriend, woof.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, and then Matt definitely says hot jambalaya all the time. Hot jambalaya all the time. And for a long time, I didn't know where it came from. I just was like, that's weird. And then we were watching Mrs. Doubtfire and he says that and I'm like, oh my God, it's from this. And he looked at me like, you're a moron. Yes, of course it's from
That's
this.
a deep cut in my opinion, but
Hot jambalaya. He says it all the time. What else? I mean, there's tons. I quote movies all the time. I'm sure there's a bunch of super bad stuff I say all the time. Like
Yeah.
super bad, which by the way, it's like I think they said it's its 20th anniversary or something this year. It makes me feel so old.
It's like 18 years, but that's
Oh my
still long.
gosh, still old. Yeah,
Yeah.
still old.
Yeah.
Still old.
I have a ton that I do too. It's always hard to think of them off the top of mind, but like one I know because I did it recently, like anytime I have something to share, like food wise with the kids or whatever, and I'm like, here, take one. And like they'll come and they're like, oh, I want the biggest one or this one. And they pick one. And I'll do the Indiana Jones, you have chosen wisely. You know, like stuff like that.
So weird. What is wrong
Why?
with
That's
you?
amazing.
That would be so creepy if my father did that to me. I'd be like, what?
No, okay, there's nothing weird about that. That's awesome. It's Indiana Jones and it's amazing. So how dare you? But there's plenty. Like I'm sure there's random lines that I use. I use a lot of lines that people probably don't even know. Like me and my friends say "Do it, Doug" from Mallrats, even though there's no one named Doug. Anytime it's time to do something, so
I
there's
say
always
Steve Perry all the time.
basketball. Yep.
All the time. Me and my sisters would say it all the time to each other. We still do.
Yep.
Steve Perry, we heard your
Yeah.
mom likes to go out with Squeak.
Oh my god, that movie's amazing. All right,
I gotta rewatch that movie.
let's get to it's good. It's really good. Let's get to their answers. What is a movie quote you use in everyday life? We have more 5150 at more 5150 up first, and he said impressive, most impressive from Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes
good one.
Back.
Good one.
Very usable line. Very good. Next up, we have Nicholas Kratz at Nicholas Kratz. Is that a new handle? If not,
way
if
to
it
get your
is,
handle,
I don't know.
man.
Yeah, way to get your handle, Nicholas. Good job, Nick. He said, "Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?"
I've
He said
never
one of
seen
us-
this movie.
You've never seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective? Oh my god.
No.
Well, he said he uses this quote often. Really?
You're so ridiculous. What?
That's how he does it. He said we had to do it like he does it. So that's exactly how he does it.
Oh man.
Nick, I want to hear your version of that. Let's compare our Jim Carreys, or our Ace Venturas. Next up, we have Timothy Walsh at ITPW on Blue Sky. He said, "It's not the years, honey, it's the mileage." That's a good one. That is a really good line from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then we'll cap it off with this last one here. We have Dylan at Marlfrick on Blue Sky. What's a Marlfrick? I hope that's not like a really bad word or something, but Dylan said, quote, "Let's see, where were we? Ah, yes, the Pit of Despair," from Peter Falk, aka Columbo, from The Princess Bride. Well
That's
done.
really funny.
Keep them coming, folks. We'll keep doing this segment if you want to keep participating. Thank you to More 5150, Nicholas Kratz, Timothy Walsh, and Marl Frick on Blue Sky. Funny picks. Thank you for contributing, and thanks for being a part of the show.
You know what we should do next episode is we should come back with what our family has said that we say.
For like
quotes we
used
say
movie lines.
often, because I
That's a
feel
good
like
idea.
sometimes people know better than you because they hear it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. If we remember,
Yeah.
which hopefully we do.
We will remember.
You'll probably remember.
I
I'm like
And I'll be
Dory
reminding you.
sometimes. Yeah.
Just
I'm like,
keep
"Hi,
swimming.
I'm John."
Just keep swimming. That's a quote I use. Just keep swimming.
There you go.
Swimming.
Perfect.
Swimming.
Oh, I could sit here all day and probably like come up. Oh yeah, I say that. Yeah.
I wouldn't say like
another
I say it all the time though, but
something like when my friends we were on our weekend guys trip, and like something went haywire or something like fell and crashed or something like that we were trying to set up, and like someone from the other room comes in and like, "What'd you do?" And it's like, I stirred the tanks. All I did was stir the tanks. And that's from Apollo 13. Kevin Bacon causes the explosion in the spacecraft.
Never seen Apollo 13.
Ron Howard, great movie. A heartwarming.
You're
true
quoting the
American
wrong
story.
movies with me.
Jim Lovell just passed, actually. Rest in peace.
Oh, that's
The
too bad.
actual commander of Apollo 13. But anyway, that takes us to the end of the show. Thank you.
I just remembered one.
This always happens to me. It happens
I
at
know.
work.
I'm so
it
sorry.
happens on the podcast.
I'm
like,
so
I'm
sorry.
ready to wrap, and then it's like,
I'm so sorry. This is actually one that I say all the time, which is, what year is it? Jumanji.
from
I say that-
Terminator.
No, Jumanji. When he's like, comes out and he's like, what year is it?
Yeah.
I say that to you all the time. I'm always like, I don't know what's going on. I'm always like, what year is it? I say it all the time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
You
off.
also do, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. Did you know that's one of Christopher Nolan's favorite movies?
Is it? I love Ricky Bobby. I love
he said
that dinner
he
scene
said
is
it's
one of the best comedic scenes of all time.
Yeah, that is good.
I like to think about Jesus wearing a tuxedo t-shirt. It says, I'm here.
And they have KFC, Taco Bell, and
then I
everything
like
on the
to
table.
think of him up on the stage, and he's got some angel band. And then the girl, oh, she's so good. I forget her name. She's just like,
Leslie Bibb.
yeah, you do this, Grace, and you do it right. You do it right. Got like Taco Bell and like Mountain Dew, and the kids are so good. Shut up, Chip! I threw your war medals off the bridge. It's like, what?
Yeah, they have every fast
like
food.
a
They have like
spider
KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. It's like 6 pound.
I pissed
baby
my
Jesus.
pants, and I sat there in my pee pants.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan, one of the auteurs of the film industry today, said Ricky Bobby is one of his favorite movies.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, I saw a clip online that was going around from him on like Jimmy Kimmel, one of those late night shows. He said, which shows how funny he is. He said he used to dress up like a janitor and go into his friends' college classes and then act like he was the actual janitor.
I'm telling you, Will Ferrell was probably exactly Frank the Tank when he was in actual college.
100%. That is so funny because he played it like no big deal and his friends were losing it and the teacher's like, are you done? He's just like, janitor. So funny.
Amazing. All right. The good times have rolled. It is time for us to roll out. We want to thank everybody for listening or watching Get Nerdy with us today. We appreciate it so much. Make sure you are following us on social media at Nerdy and Nice Pod. And of course, the Resistance Broadcast, TRB Podcast, and subscribe to both podcasts, Apple, Spotify, whatever your favorite platform is. And please rate us 5 stars on Nerdy and Nice. Well, let's try to get to 100 ratings with Nerdy and Nice. Let's go. Let's make the rest of this year the year of Nerdy and Nice. Let's keep growing this podcast. We thank you all so much for your support. And a special shout out to our generals, our movie star generals and Silver Screen Spice Runners on Patreon. We have Carmelo, John RISI, Jetta Rosewater, Frank Grande, Chris Morales, Mike Rumore, Brendan McLaughlin, Sneaky Zebra, Dave Hornack, Colin Cormier, Stephen Garrow, Sachi, and Darth Snips. And the Silver Screen Spice Runners are David Probus, Neil SHAH, Kendall Gellner, Andrew Staley, Jeremy Myers, THEFORTWORTHIAN, and Brian Smith. Lacey, where can people find you?
People can find me on social media at Lacey Gilleran or on TikTok at It's Lacey Gilleran and quoting things like, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
That's another good one.
I say that all the time. That's the one I think Matt would say that I say the most. He bought me an ornament that says it. That's how much I say it.
I gotta
it's the whale, and it goes, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Which is Jon Favreau, by the way.
That is, yeah. We'll have to revisit this because man, there's a ton. But yeah, for me, Johnny Hoey, Blue Sky X. Keep the tweets coming. Keep having fun, and we'll see you next week. Star Wars fans, we'll see you Thursday. And have a great week, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you around, kids.